The fastest production pickup that has a 0 to 60 time in about 2.9 seconds is one step closer to being out and on the roads. Let's check it out. November 21st of 2019 feels like decades ago for some of us. But for the people who have pre-ordered their very own Tesla Cybertruck, it probably feels like days ago as their anticipation grows and grows. That's right, the Tesla Cybertruck is back, and it is slowly but surely inching its way to being in the hands of those owners who have pre-ordered them. When Elon Musk originally released and brought up the Cybertruck on a stage, everyone was beyond confused. Many people even believed it was a prank by Elon. People thought this because every render that had shown what they thought the Cybertruck would look like was completely and totally wrong. The main reason that all the mock-up artists were wrong for their design of what they thought the Cybertruck would look like is simply because Elon broke a barrier. Everyone, including myself as I was watching the live event, believed that when Elon pulled up his new truck up onto stage, it would look like, well, a truck. Every idea of the Cybertruck, even before it was announced by Elon, all the drawings always made the Tesla truck fit into the normal idea of what we see in our heads when we think of a pickup truck. We see images such as Ford's F-150, GMC and Chevy's 1500, and so on and so forth. But up on that stage, Elon pulled a quick one on us and brought up his very own idea of a pickup. From there on out, the Cybertruck was a love it or hate it relationship. Let's dive right on in. Quickly after all the hype started to die down, the Cybertruck had to undergo some design changes to make everything legal and road drivable. Now the design changes that it underwent are quality of life changes, and chances are that you will not even notice a huge difference in the truck. One of the design improvements that it has undergone is improving the visibility. They did this by lowering the windowsill and making the center line of the pickup much more level compared to the tilt that it had before. You can see this tilt in the photo that compares the very original model to the model that we will most likely be seeing out on our roads. Elon said that the pickup has been slightly decreased in size, but only by roughly 3%, which most likely will not be noticeable unless you really enjoy staring at this truck. Elon also said that with all these minor changes that have been happening to the pickup, even after that photo, that the Cybertruck will have a more natural pickup look. I personally like the newer look of the Cybertruck. I don't believe that it still looks even close to what the typical pickup truck looks like, but I'm personally glad for that. I do not think Tesla has ever made something the typical way, and I believe that is part to the fun and beyond interesting and crazy mind of Elon Musk. Jumping back to the photo, we can see a few of the tiny design changes that Elon and his team decided to do to get that more natural pickup look. If you look at the original photo of the truck, you can see that the tailgate portion is not perfectly straight up and down as it slants backwards. However, in the new truck design, the tailgate is straight up and down, which is similar to how it is on all gas pickups here in the United States. I will be very curious to see how this tailgate change will affect the ramp design that Elon has in his tailgate. Because if you remember, inside of Elon's tailgate, there was a ramp that could slide out so you could easily load the truck's bed with motorcycles, four-wheelers, or whatever you needed to put in there without having to go buy ramps from your local hardware store. His previous design with the tilted tailgate allowed a much less aggressive ramp angle because the tailgate already pointed to the ground. Now with it being flat, the ramp has much more ground to cover. But like most things, I'm sure Elon and his team have already thought of the perfect solution for this problem. On the inside of the Cybertruck, there has been essentially no changes at all. There have been some rumors about a small reduction in the size, but nothing has been confirmed as of now. Elon did tweet and say, "New design is better with many minor tweaks. Even the small details matter." In this tweet, he is talking about the pickup as a whole and not just the interior design. But it is safe to say that many of the truck's minor tweaks that Tesla has made are only there to improve everything about it. So, what do all these changes and information mean? Well, it means that Musk has officially finalized the design for the Cybertruck. This tells us that production will soon be starting and ramping up in the months to come. Elon has said that he is hopeful to get a small number of deliveries out to the people who were first to pre-order by the end of 2021. After 2021, Tesla will begin ramping up production of the Cybertruck as it was expected for the vast majority of deliveries to come out in 2022. Tesla hopes to be able to make somewhere between 250,000 to 300,000 trucks per production year. Speaking of production of this tank of a truck, if you have ever been curious to what type of machine produces one of these giant frames, well, it's one that weighs a couple of pounds. The pickup will use a brand new casting press for its giant single-piece rear underbody, and the machine will weigh 8,000 tons to be precise. And yes, I do mean 8,000 tons and not pounds. This new 16 million pound machine will now be the biggest at any Tesla factory. For a quick reference, Tesla's previous biggest casting press is for the Model Y, and it weighs in at only 6,000 tons. If after all this you are curious about the pricing for one of these pickups, you'll be surprised to find out that it is not all that expensive. It isn't cheap, but compared to pickups like the F-150, you're going to be looking at very similar prices. There are 3 variants: single motor rear-wheel drive, dual motor all-wheel drive, and the tri-motor all-wheel drive. The single motor rear-wheel drive will give you an EPA estimated range of around 250 miles on a charge and a towing capacity of 7,500 pounds. The 0 to 60 time will be slightly less than 6.5 seconds. This is the base model and will start at 39,900. The dual motor all-wheel drive is the mid-trim level and will run you for 49,900. This trim has an EPA estimated range of 300 miles and a towing capacity of 10,000 pounds. Its 0 to 60 time is slightly less than 4.5 seconds. The final and highest trim of them all is the tri-motor all-wheel drive. This trim is going to give you the highest features, such as an EPA estimated range of 500 miles and a towing capacity of 14,000 pounds. This trim features an amazing 0 to 60 time of slightly less than 2.9 seconds. With all these trims, you can easily add many features to make the price go higher and higher for your own liking. Probably the coolest feature that you will want to add is Tesla's full self-driving feature, which will run you an extra $10,000 to the model of your choice. So, what is your opinion on the new design of the Cybertruck? Do you think the newer and more pickup-like look is better suited for it? Or would you have rather seen the design kept the exact same? Do these changes make you more interested in the truck? Or did the new updates make the truck less appealing to you? Let us know in the comments how you view this side-by-side Cybertruck versus Cybertruck matchup. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. And if you liked the content that you saw, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for much more content always on the way here at Z Motor Reviews.